Shalom, our praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rachah Kodash, covenants to the apostles and the elders of Great Stone. And salutations to all the brothers and hours and the byways teaching His word in our sincerity and in our honesty. Hey, after a minute, I'm cool. Sorry, saying, hey, we are the Hebrew Israelites, you know, week in, week out to do the bidding of the Lord, prophesy, they don't follow the society. And we're the James Jamaica camp. Our regular location, some construction work basically get done on the side, so we just have to we call it improvise, because the same people, if you panic them around, the same people walking up and down, the same people are seeing each and every day. So therefore, the work of prophecy has to get done same way. Anyway, speaking of prophecy, we live in a prophetic. We're living in a prophetic era at the moment where we're staring in the face of World War III. Saying if anybody have anything can bring it out. Saying because at this present moment we're supposed to be speaking prophecies, because there's a lot of prophecies that are written in the book. There are prophecies that will get fulfilled, prophecies that are being fulfilled now, and prophecies to be fulfilled as concerning the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, native, Latin American, you name it, people on the sign. And let's not forget, you have Israelites that are scattered over the four corners of the earth. So the information that we bring out here is to chiefly gather the elect and teach the nations of the faith that is written in the scriptures about these nations. So this is our job, our duty, our weekly duty that was given unto us by our Lord and Savior, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Anyway, anybody have a precept? A precept?
Joel 3 verse 9. Proclaiming this among the Gentiles, prepare war.
Right, so this is the Lord basically telling Joel to bring forth this information to the Gentiles. Speaking of the natural Gentiles, the other nations. So prepare war, because that's the time that we're living in at the moment. A time of war. If you jump to Ecclesiastes 3, it tells you to, as a matter of fact, let's give me the first verse, Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. About Kwasha. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. See, God, this is the time that we're living in. See?
Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Exactly. A season, which the word season is the same thing as time, to every purpose under the heaven. Everything of a specific time or a specific season. You have a time when a breadfruit are ripe, different from a time when mango are ripe, from when pear are ripe. There's a time for snow, winter. There's a time for summer. There's a time for autumn. There's a time for spring. There's a time for life. There's a time for death. There's a time for prophetic events to be fulfilled, which we're living in that time at the moment. So we're speaking in the ears of you people the words of prophecy. So go back in Joel. Go back Joel. Yeah, man.
Joel 3 verse 9. Proclaiming this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near.
The scripture says, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. The mighty men are these nations, the kings of these nations that is coming up against America, chiefly the Russians, because Russia is a major player in the downfall of the American empire. A lot of people don't even understand that America is actually an empire. Them just see America as a big country where people go. No, it's an empire. That's the reason why they have the military all over the world. If you go back in history, you look up how an empire governed. Hey, as a matter of fact, look up the Roman Empire. You have Rome in Italy, but the Roman Empire spread come around all the way around the Mediterranean Sea, come up around the north part of Africa. See, because that's where Rome ruled at the time, the Roman Empire. Now it's the same thing with America. Now you have Evo. Which one are you, Mr. Spursheri? Are you? I said Soul Flow bring out article from the Jamaica Gleaner. Yashaya. I show you that the Americans and Jamaica in a rift now, because Jamaica becomes a threat to the national security of America because of the dealings that them have with China. China is an enemy of the US empire. So that at the time you're living in now. Same continent.
Yeah.
You have a definition? We can talk about
Empire from Merriam-Webster. It's a major political unit having a territory of great extent or a number of territories or peoples under a single sovereign authority.
Which is for them democracy. So this is America to the T. Seeing having big provinces, have a big land mass and the control of other areas all over the world. That means a straight dictatorship, anything where America say, check Iraq, for example, or Iraq, for example. What did they do to Saddam Hussein when Saddam Hussein said he must start trade oil in the euro? Them put him to death. Likewise, Gaddafi, he said he trade in the gold dinar among the African nations. Them put him to death. See? Because them have the major power, of the society, and them decide say, yo, if you not work for them way, then you're gonna be trampled on the feet. Just like the Babylonian Empire, just like the Medo-Persian Empire, just like the Syrian Empire, just like the Greek Empire, see? And also the Roman Empire, which America is the modern Roman Empire, or the second leg of the Roman Empire found in Daniel, the book of Daniel, which we speak about the part of the image that is mixed with iron and clay. That is speaking of the whole American Empire along with the EU, NATO and the EU. You understand? Yeah, this part of the image. See, continue, scripture.
Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears.
Yep, go ahead.
Let the weak say I am strong. Assemble yourself and come all ye Eden.
Continue.
And gather yourselves together round about thither, because the mighty ones come down, O Lord.
Exactly, because what these nations are doing now, they are investing in a military equipment instead of farming. See, right now these nations GDP, them now clap the right way them for a crack, which GDP is the gross domestic product, meaning these countries supposed to produce certain goods to export to other countries, which supposed to bring a certain amount of income or remittance or profit to them country. And like right now, Jamaica GDP, we are above average. We are below average. See, these nations, they must say right now, are less farming ready with a more investment on military equipment, more spending out to get to right now China have start out a proper fleet. They have an aircraft carrier at the moment, which China never have an aircraft carrier. But they have an aircraft carrier at the moment because them when this war starts, them can take it to America hard. So they have them battle fleet all prepared and ready. Forget this World War III up and running. And them have military base in South China Sea. China have them military base in South China Sea. Them build islands out there. See? And all these things now take place in vain. It happened because you're living in the time of the prophecy of the war of Armageddon in Revelation 16 chapter, which word Armageddon come from the Hebrew Armageddon, which means mountain of troops. Meaning different military men from different countries are going to gather together to fight this great world war. Right on the plaque at NCB Bank, the plaque before the ATM, that plaque basically speak about the Great War, World War I, and I know most people pass it daily and don't even understand what that plaque said about the Great War. You're going on the inside, right at the front desk, we go up the stairs, there's another plaque right there where speak about the same thing. I speak about the great war we get fight, where enough of our loved ones get drafted for fight World War I, and that's the reason why there's a monument in the PORTANTONIO Square with the names of the men that were drafted to fight World War I. And upon further research, as a matter of fact, on our internet can draft up the same article. I will just jump into the paragraph and just bring that out. See, because you have a whole information out there where people feel get, because it wasn't given to them by the pastors, it was given to them by your school teachers, it was given to you freely by whosoever trusted. See, so your mind become lazy, so you won't even go in and form an article or research to get these information from out there. And the information is actually there. The information is actually there to share. Since that this was what happened to your loved ones back in World War I. And we're going to read it from here. When them sail off 500 so-called Jamaicans up in Nova Scotia to go fight World War when Germany, as a matter of fact, read the first paragraph, Baba Koshak. The first paragraph, and then we jump to the thing there.
So this is article posted online. I say Jamaica and the Great World War. I say old soldiers never die, they only fade away. Say on November, the 8th, 1915, say Brigadier General Blackden sent off his first Jamaican contingent under the command of Major WD Nish to serve in the fight in the First World War. Some of you may be killed.
So this is what I must say. Some of you may be killed. Go ahead.
Be cautioned. Many will be wounded.
Many will be wounded. So this is when them send them off to go fight World War I. This is what the Brigadier General tell them. Saying, go ahead.
But in bidding you farewell, I hope that those who fall may fall gloriously. So their faces to the foe, victory gleaning on their bayonets.
On their bayonets. Bayonets are the knife where you put on the front of the gun, like a sword. See it? See? That's the first paragraph. Since I'm sending out 500 of the so-called Jamaicans them for a fight World War I. That was the first. That was the first fleet. Yeah. So the second part. Go ahead. Read it.
I say as the band played soldiers of the king and prayer of their welfare and safe return home, they said 500 men sailed slowly off onto the unknown looking for adventure.
So Jake was out here like, hey, we can't wait to go fight World War I. Looking for adventures because this must be a 1 year the World War we know in it. No man, we have to go in a World War I, man. See, that's what the devil do, yo. They like say, yo, we can't wait to go fight something. No, them get drafted. See? And it happened in World War II as well. When them start draft man according to them date of birth. See? And it is yet to happen again. Him chose not to go, that which is Muhammad Ali. See? And it is going to happen again. So, on a mass level. Go ahead.
So it's a change, a chance basically to serve God and country.
Which God? Which God? Must Isa? God, there is nowhere in the scriptures tell Israel to go and fight for the enemy. Nowhere. See, when King David was on the run from King Saul and was in the camp of the Philistines, and the Philistines were war with Israel, they said, we not care David. Least he might turn against us. Because David knew it was not lawful to fight for the enemy. So Jake not supposed to out here fight for the enemy. Who is Jake? The people on the side. It's the sons of Jacob, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, which were the Israelites, man. Saying, go ahead.
It's the world had been at war for over a year.
The world was at war for over a year. And so them come over here to come recruit niggas.
Started in 1914.
It was
1915.
Exactly. So the war's breast was 1914 and recruit 1915 out here. See, but that was just the first fleet. That was the first set, which was a set of 500 men. Go along which part, I highlight the green part, which is the regime part. Where is it? Okay, here is it. Yeah, here is it. Yeah. This is the part. Yeah.
So it's the British West Indies Regiment, right, was known as a colored regiment, and such as was often the victim of racial discrimination.
So them still not slavery. So them still get called niggers, monkey at that point in time. See, go ahead.
It's urgent. Eugene Clark, a Clarendonian British West Indies regiment veteran, who in 1999, at the age of 105, received France Legion's honor, right, for meritorious victorious service in World War I. Remember how when a ship had to put in a Halifax,
Halifax,
Nova Scotia due to the dominance of Germany.
Yeah, because Germany they beat out them hell in World War I. And if you check the scriptures, which we're gonna go into the scripture, Revelation the 9th chapter, where we speak about World War I. Kaiser William II did not give them hell. Because Germany, well, you have to understand, Germany was always a superior Edomite nation, so to speak, when it comes to technology. Because Germany was the first to introduce battle tanks on the battlefield. And the submarine as well.
It was a surprise unto them. For instance, they used to use them to sink the British ships them. And basically barricade them. So it's besiege them. Them can't get no equipment onto the military men that in the war, so they must get besieged.
Exactly, as Germany was above them. And that's the reason after World War II, you have actually the arms race, Project Paperclip, what happened? See, you have Russia and America actually remove a lot of the German scientists and bring them to for them country to make weaponry for them. See, tell me one American vehicle was better than a German vehicle. None. See, German engineering always up on a higher level. Because the Germans them take pride in for them equipment them. Them want to when them send out a Mercedes Benz, it's up on a higher level. And it long lasting, you get value for your money. See, everything we get from Germany, but Germany manufacture, it is well designed. See, continue the article, Baba Kwasha.
So, that's to say, due to the dominance of German ship in certain waters, so many members of the British West Indies Regiment and had their first contact with snow and frostbite.
The first contact with snow and frostbite. Now we're living in the tropics. They would have said Jamaica have summer